Great rising, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Trazana Staples here. I know that my videos have been not uh, consistent every week because I've been busy. But I hope you're well. Hope you're hydrated. Um, I want to bring some awareness to you today. And it is something that has opened my eyes to the importance of sleep, healthy sleep. I read a lot. I go to a lot of self help seminars, videos, what have you. Um, I use Google. I search the internet, just for whatever, because it's easy and it's quick. But the internet is not always valuable or truthful information. So just keep that in mind. Internet searches is not research. Research is going to the library, reading books, doing studies, doing your own studies. So with that being said, I recently was diagnosed with sleep apnea. Now, if you have been following me, you know that my stroke has no known origin. They call it a cryptogenic stroke. I didn't have, and I don't have, any underlying health conditions. Back in November, my blood pressure shot up. So I was really on a mission. I had started this particular mission after my stroke, probably back in 2018-19, and then in 2020 the pandemic arose, and so I had to halt. So my own research was, I was in the back of my mind, even after my stroke, I was fearful that I would have another stroke because we didn't know what was the cause of the first stroke. And I had my stroke when I was asleep. And that was always a fear, like going to sleep. So I'm usually in bed early. I wake up early. But then I noticed that I was exhausted even after a good night's sleep, 8 to 9 hours. Then when I think back, I've always been that way. I had my adenoids and my tonsils removed when I was 23. And I started snoring ever since. I started waking up exhausted ever since. And I'm thinking it was just life. Well, through my research, through my integrative wellness team that suggested 4.5 years later now, post-stroke, 4.5 years later, that I get a sleep study. So I took a sleep study, and lo and behold, I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea was it's like I went to a facility and they monitored my sleep. They put all kind of electrodes all on my body, in my brain, to monitor my brain activity, to monitor the intake of oxygen, my muscle activities. And so I'm like, sleep apnea, huh? No one ever suggested I had that sleep apnea could have been the culprit of my stroke. Sleep apnea is a potential serious sleep disorder in which breathing repeatedly stops and starts reducing the oxygen to the brain. What causes a stroke? Lack of oxygen to the brain. And it also increases the risk of a heart attack and abnormal heartbeat. Now, I didn't have any abnormal heartbeats, but I did have a lack of oxygen to the brain, which caused the hemorrhage in my brain, which caused my stroke. And no one for 4.5 years suggested it could have been sleep apnea. So when I got the news, I'm relieved because now I know that my sleep patterns can be changed. I can focus on that because, I've always, since my adenoids and tonsils were removed, my body has always been resistant to weight loss. I would have to I would lose weight, but it was at a slow rate. So even now, so I'm okay. I know that I can relieve my body of the sleep apnea. So my goal is to lose more weight and probably increase my exercise. And my exercise consists of aquatic therapy. I do some weight training, and I continue doing my Tai Chi and yoga. And also reducing the alcohol consumption. So I will not be drinking. Not that I drink every day, but just being mindful of my wine and my tequila. I don't smoke, and I don't sleep on my back. So my sleep apnea. So the sleep apnea stops the oxygen to the brain, but the CPAP machine that they had me use to see which machine would work, and if the CPAP works, it opens up the airways when you sleep. And even if I do take that route to get me started, it's not going to be for a lifetime, just to correct the issue so I don't have another stroke. So I'm sharing that with anyone who may feel like when you have a good night's sleep and you still feel like you're tired and exhausted, and you have check mark everything else, it could be sleep apnea. Because I know that I snore, and I snore loud since I had my tonsils removed, and I was 23 then. So I hope that helps someone. Just continue to stay hydrated and have a good night's sleep. I'm actually going to a webinar on healthy sleep. Who would have thunk it? So be mindful of your body, be mindful who you are, and don't rule out good sleep. So I hope that helps someone. I hope you have a marvelous, fantastic day. My name is Trazana Staples, and I had a stroke. I am a stroke survivor. I am a phoenix rising. Peace, love, and light. Don't forget to tune in to all social medias, because I'm there. Thank you so much, and be well.